To set up your EdPuzzle account, click Teacher, Start Now. It will take you on a quick tour where it takes you through the different steps. Once you have completed the tour, you can sign up for your account simply by using your Google account. Once you have logged in, you'll notice that you are in the EdPuzzle dashboard. There are several things that you can do within the dashboard, but first, let's take a look at what an EdPuzzle actually looks like. If you click on Search at the top, you can search through various topics to find a video that suits the content of your classroom. You'll notice on the left side of the screen, you have different channels from which you can pull a video. If you select the EdPuzzle channel, you will be searching videos that have already been modified by other users that you may want to incorporate into your classroom. The other channels that you can pull videos from, such as YouTube, Khan Academy, etc., are going to be videos that are not yet built into an EdPuzzle. This is where you would pull video content to then build your own EdPuzzle. So let's take a look at what an EdPuzzle actually is. By selecting the EdPuzzle channel, I am now going to search a video. I am going to search for the topic animal habitats. Now you'll notice it looks like the same video a bunch of different times. That often happens with EdPuzzle as different users make copies of other people's EdPuzzles. EdPuzzles can be open to the public so that you can share them with other educators. So I'm just going to click on the first one and we're going to preview it. So you can see it's a video that was pulled from YouTube about habitats, and you can see at the bottom here, it indicates that there are questions built into the video. Those questions can be answered by students and serve as pausing points while the video is being watched. So if we were to now play the video, we can preview it.
Oh, it's so cold today. I want to go outside and I want to play in the snow. Even I want to play. With these warm clothes, I feel we have adapted ourselves for the weather outside. Adapted? What do you mean by adapted? Oh, adapted means that we have changed ourselves for a new condition. It is cold outside, so we are wearing jackets and caps.
So you'll notice that the person has built in a pause along with a question. So the students who are watching this video are going to answer the question, what does the word adapt mean? And there are multiple choice answers. We cannot actually select an answer now because we are just previewing the video, but in a normal circumstance, the student would make a selection and then click continue. EdPuzzle would notify the student as to whether their answer was correct or incorrect. If the answer was incorrect, it would tell the student what the correct answer should have been. There are EdPuzzles available on many different topics. For example, if I wanted to pull a video on pronouns, I could do so. And you'll notice that there are several options for pronouns. If I wanted to pull a video on basic subtraction, I could find videos about basic math. I could also find videos about ancient Rome or something related to the sciences, such as life cycles. There is truly a video for almost every topic that a teacher could ever want to teach. Once you have located the EdPuzzle that you would like to use, you are then able to make a copy for yourself that you can pull into your content. So I am going to go back to basic subtraction and I'm going to take this video right here. So you'll notice I can either use it as is or I can make a copy of it. If you use it as is, then you cannot modify it for yourself. If you make a copy of it, then you are saving it to your content. So I'm going to make a copy. And if I scroll up to the top here, you'll notice that if I go next to where it says search, I can see where it says my content. If I click on my content, that video is now incorporated into my content. So these are the EdPuzzles that I have pulled for my own use in my content. Now there is a few options for what you can do with these puzzles. You can show them as a whole class and have students participate together in answering the questions and engaging in the video. Or if you are a Google Classroom user, you can actually push these EdPuzzles out through Google Classroom as an assignment for your students. So let's start with the first option, which would be to show the EdPuzzle to the entire class. I'm going to use this video in Spanish about colors. I'm going to select the video and I'm going to press play. I'm going to make it full screen. And by doing so, I now would have this projecting on my smartboard.
¿Cuál es tu color favorito?
So you'll notice that this person has recorded voiceovers into the video, as well as embedded questions.
Verde, verde es el mejor color. Me gusta el verde, ¿sabes por qué? Es porque mi papá trabaja en el bosque. Me gusta el verde, ¿sabes por qué? Es porque mi papá trabaja en el bosque.
So now the video is going to pause, and you'll see that the question comes up, ¿Cómo se dice verde en inglés? And the students can work together as a whole, or you can direct them from the smartboard to select the correct answer. So if I were to select green, which is the correct answer, and hit submit, you'll notice that it said correct. The answer was green. If I had selected tree, the same thing would have come up. However, it would have been incorrect, and the green arrow would have pointed to the correct answer. You then press continue, and the video continues. If we were to utilize the same video, but through a Google Classroom, you would once again select the video from your content and click Assign Share. Once you do that, you'll notice that your Google Classrooms have imported into EdPuzzle. So you can select whichever Google Classroom it is that you want to assign this video to. You can select whether or not you want to allow skipping in the video, and you can assign a due date just as you normally would in Google Classroom. Once you have done so, you can click Send, and it will automatically post to your Google Classroom. The nice thing about this feature is that you are then able to see which students have completed the assignment and how many questions within the video they got correct or incorrect. Let's now take a look at how we can actually build our own EdPuzzle. So if I go back to search and I select the channel from which I would like to pull a video, I'm going to select Khan Academy. So I select my channel and I now search the term for what I would like my video to be related to. So I am going to search for the Battle of Bull Run. Okay, so you can see these are all of the videos related to the Battle of Bull Run that are available through Khan Academy. So I'm going to choose this one here, and I'm going to say I want to copy this video. I want to save it to my content. So it is now copied to my content. I go back over to my content, and I'm going to select the video, and I'm going to click Edit. And this is where I can now insert voiceovers, questions, and pauses into the video. You'll notice you also have the ability to crop the video. So if you had perhaps a 20-minute video on basic subtraction and you wanted to show your students just a small clip, you have the ability to crop the video. Every video that is available through searching in EdPuzzle provides you with the rights to utilize it for educational purposes. So you do not need to be concerned about copyright infringement. If it was a copyright infringement, the video will not appear in your search parameters. So I am now going to embed some questions into my video. So I'm going to take a question and I'm going to create my question.
We've been doing a couple of videos where we saw how slavery became more and more of a political issue as we're going through the early 1800s, and you go all the way to the Compromise of 1850.
So right now the video is showing us what the students will view, and then you can choose the point at which you would like to embed your question. So I'm going to embed my question right here.
We have the election of Abraham Lincoln if we zoom in on this timeline.
Okay, so I'm going to embed my question right there. So my question is going to be, who was the president of the U.S. at the time of the Battle of Bull Run? Question mark. And this is where I am now going to, you have to decide, is it going to be an open-ended question, just question for thought, a multiple choice question where the students have to respond, or is it going to be a discussion question? So I'm going to make it a multiple choice question. I am going to provide some answer options. And I'm going to click Save. So now you'll notice that my question is embedded here in the top. Okay. I am then going to click Continue, and the video will continue to play. If at this point in the video, I'm going to fast forward a little bit, I wanted to include a audio note for the students. So I wanted them to pause and have some reflective thought. I would click on that audio, and right now it is actually recording my voice. You can see down here how it's recording. So what I would actually be doing is recording something that I would want the students to either think about, turn and talk about, something that's thought-provoking. I would then click stop, and I would leave it, and then I would continue to play. I would click on that audio, and right now it is actually recording my voice. You can see. So now you can preview what it is that you just recorded. What I would actually be doing is recording something that I would want the students to either think about, turn it. Okay, and then I can click on the timeline of the video to continue playing. So far we've embedded a question and we've embedded a voiceover. Once you have embedded all of the things that you want into the video, you are going to click Save. And you'll notice that it's saved, and now you're going to click Finish. Once you click Finish, it automatically prompts you to assign it to a class. You don't need to. You can click Later, and then it will just become part of your content. And you'll notice that on the videos in your content, you can see that there are voiceovers and questions embedded into it. In this video, you have it cropped with questions. This video has it cropped with voiceover and questions. And so you can begin to build out the content in your EdPuzzle account. The My Classes tab shows the classes that you have assigned videos to. So you'll notice my Tech Time class, I assigned this particular video. And you can actually, none of my students have completed it yet because I was just playing around with it. It didn't actually assign it to real people. But you can see that I could go in and look at the progress. So the 5th and 6th grade team actually signed up for this class one day. None of them have watched it yet. It's because it wasn't actually assigned to them. However, if this was a real class of students, they would have gone in, they would have watched it. It tells you when they watched it, when they turned it in, and what the grade was they received on it. That grade is based off how many questions they got correct within the video. You can also keep a gradebook if you wanted to within the EdPuzzle account. So I hope that you have found this tool to be useful. And as always, if you need any help finding ways to implement this into your classrooms, I am always available. Thank you very much.